Good morning. I am leaving the camp. I'm going to try to keep the filming brief till I start getting into the canyon. I considered going back to that lodge for coffee. They open in 30 minutes. It's about 6 now, and they open at 6:30. I know a few of the people that I was with last night at the camp. We're going to go over there and get coffee, and then take a shuttle straight to the Kaibab, whatever it is, trailhead. But I would have wanted to walk back through this way to go connect my steps, so I'm just walking now. So I'll have to go through the campground and take a Blue Blaze and join the AZT again. So, I'm excited. I'm ready to get in the canyon. There are some elk in my trail, and they don't seem to be. Where'd the other one go? There it is. They don't seem to be wanting to leave just because I'm here. Not zoomed in at all. I think they're tame. This one's a little bull, and he's a little bit smarter, I guess. He stepped out of the way a little bit. Holy cow, it's like an albino deer. I've never seen an almost all white deer. Wow. It's not completely white. So much for not filming until I got to the canyon. That was really cool. I saw like 10 elk, like 3 or 4 of them were really close and they wouldn't leave. And then that like whitish deer was really, really neat. I've never seen anything like that. So we're really close to our first views of the Grand Canyon from the trail. Wow, baby, wow. It looks like over there, I'm guessing maybe that's South Kaibab. There's a bunch of cars and people. Holy cow. It's grand.
Grand even.
I have a feeling we're about to be in a circus of people again. The big bus just let people off and there's a full parking lot. All right, I think this is where we begin our descent into the canyon. Okay, that's the start. The path is nice and wide, it's probably 6 feet. But look at this. Over the edge. I'm going down there. And you can see the trail just crisscrossed and zigged, switch back in. And you see all the people that way. This is just so crazy. It is absolutely like, I don't know, there are no words. All right, we're gonna do a view here, but I just missed 700. I didn't realize that. I don't think there was. I don't think there was a sign. I'm at 700.5 right now. It is 7:45 and it's getting really warm. I got way too much clothes on. I'm gonna put shorts on and take off a couple layers here. Looks like there's a flat spot with maybe even like a bathroom down here in a bit. So probably just wait till I get there. And then today, I don't know if I said this earlier, I think it's about 16 and a half or so total from the campground. So it's a fairly short day, but we're gonna make some stops. We're gonna stop at Phantom Ranch. Apparently we can get like some lemonade or something there. And I wanted to see Phantom Ranch, so we'll stop there. We'll stop at Ribbon Falls most likely, and then we'll still get to the campground well before dark, I would imagine. Just depends on how much meandering and videoing I do, but I am so glad that I took the day off yesterday and did the touristy thing. Like, this place is incredible, and to have been here and not really experience it at all would have been a travesty. So I'm really glad I took the day off and spent the day in the park. The other thing I don't think I mentioned, my AirPad fix seemed to work perfectly. Had a great night's sleep. Pad didn't lose any air. So things are good. This is a really good day. I mean, you know, this is kind of the I don't know, the pinnacle, or this is the grand finale of the AZT, even though there's another 80 miles left once I'm done with the canyon. All right, that's a bathroom. There's no water here, but it's just a nice big brick spot. I took my pants off, I put shorts on, took my layers off, got the sunglasses, sun hood, lip protection. I went from wintertime ready to summertime ready. I know it seems trivial with all the grandeur of the Grand Canyon, but now I'm wondering if I missed the 700-mile mark, or if just because this is such a popular trail that it's not on here. Either way, I mean, the main significance of the 700 mile is it's the last 100-mile mark, because the trail ends at 797. So I didn't know it at the time, but I guess the 600-mile mark was the last one that I was going to see. Okay, been descending for 2 hours already, and look at this. You can actually see the steepness. The trail's way down there. Yeah, that's straight down there. And you can see the river. Looks like a good place to take a morning snack break. You can see there's another group of mules that just came up. I had a nice break there. It almost felt like a bus stop or a train station stop. And there were quite a few people in there chatting. Some of them had stayed where I'm going tonight, last night. And we were talking about that a little bit. So now we press on. Check this out. We're about to drop down steep. You can see where those people are over there. This is just so freaking amazing. It is like, I don't know. Like, look at this. I mean, that's straight down, so you don't want to walk that way, but my gosh, this is just so cool. Yesterday when I was on the bus tour thing, I met these two ladies I talked to on and off the whole time, and one of them was very familiar with the Grand Canyon and pointed out where the trail was and answered some questions, and she told me she was going to do some hiking in the canyon today. So as I was just walking down here, this lady was walking up and she had an umbrella. She picked the umbrella up right in front of me and said, "Dude!" And it was her. And she's like, "I found your YouTube and subscribed." So thank you. Thank you for all the information yesterday. And it was really cool to, I don't know, it's always cool out here to run into somebody that you've met before, just out in the middle of nowhere. But hold on, look at this. Look at that. Wowza. Okay, look at all these flowers in the cactus. Haven't really seen this very much. I think I was too early and it was too dry through all the cactus sections. Wow. Came from way up there most recently. And you can see the trail down there. Keep in mind how many times, like, you can see the trail hundreds of feet below. I need to look it up. I think I was descending like 6,000 or something. I know it's about a 6,000 foot climb from the river back to the North Rim. We'll knock out, I think, 1,600 feet today and the other 4,000 in 6.5 miles tomorrow morning. Okay, now I can see a lot more of what we're doing. We're going down there, and you can see the bridge that we're gonna cross, I think, right there. I'm not sure if that's like construction of a new thing or just like staging for what they're working on with all this, the helicopter work on those other bridges. There's a helicopter right there. Somewhere right there. Back to there. We're straight down to the water. Get the people floating. Alright, let's get the rest of the way down there. It's crazy how now we're way down in here. Still looking down on everything, we're looking up. That's not my trail. That's the river trail. That's one of the things that are closed. So we're gonna keep heading this way. And in a minute, I just saw something. When we get down to it, I think we're gonna go through that tunnel through the rock. I better take my sunglasses off. Wow, my goodness gracious. There's so little here, you can't really see the perspective. I've got my phone zoomed out as far as it'll go. Okay, that's what I just walked across. Okay, just for some perspective. So I'm in the bottom of the canyon at the low point. It's 10:45. I started around 7 at the South Kaibab trailhead. So I've been taking my time. Took a longer sit-down break and just kind of meandering. It only took 3 hours and 45 minutes to get to the bottom. So now I think we start doing a very slight up the rest of the day. I'm walking right along this nice stream now. But I think we're a half mile or less than a half mile from Phantom Ranch. I'm gonna stop there for lunch and get water there. I sat there for quite a while. I had a lemonade and some chips and an apple and a cookie. They did not have sandwiches, so oh well. So I guess that was Phantom Ranch, and I don't know if this is a trail I need to be on or not. Better stop and look. I'm actually out of the Phantom Ranch area now. I'm on the trail and head north. We only have like 6.8 miles to Cottonwood, and it's only like 10 after 12. I don't know if I'm gonna go this side trip to the waterfall or not. Something about part of it's closed and you can't get to it, or you can if you go another way. So I'm just gonna figure that when I get up here. And it's warm down here today. We're like probably pushing 85 or 90. Wowza. I think I'm gonna go around this one closest and probably between in front of that tallest thing you're seeing. So just to get part of this view in the camera, because it's so big and so close, I have it zoomed out as far as it'll go when I've been filming that. And man, this is just absolutely incredible. Like this is one of those like experiences of a lifetime. And I've had what a lot of people would consider a lot of those on trails, but my God. This is absolutely just stunning, incredible. Like there are no words to, like, I'm just like wow and in awe. Okay, we're taking a side trip and we're gonna take this creek trail to Ribbon Falls. I think we're gonna have to cross the creek. We may get wet, so we'll see how this is, but the falls are supposed to be cool. And it's only 2:20 in the afternoon, so I have no need to be at camp. We're only 1.5 miles from camp, so we're gonna go to these falls. Okay, it's really tight quarters in these reeds here, but I gotta go in the water, so I stopped. I got my insoles and socks and gaiters off, so I'm just going in with my shoes, and we're about to cross. All right, this isn't the easiest trail to get back here. I don't know if you can tell, there's like this black rock back here. It was up on top of it, and there's part of it that was probably about 6 or 7 foot of just straight down. I had to turn and like face the rock and use my fingers and feet to climb down. But I see the top of the waterfall way up in the distance here, so we're getting close. Wow. Ooh, it's cold. This is an incredible waterfall. It is absolutely beautiful. Nobody's been here the whole time. I was thinking, oh, haven't seen hardly anybody since I left Phantom Ranch. I think most people stay on that side of the canyon, from Phantom Ranch over. I've seen a few, mostly trail runners, but yeah, no one's been here the whole time. I've been here for a while. I'm ready to walk out because I'm ready to get my insoles back in my shoes and get my socks on. My feet are kind of hurting without the insoles. But I got to cross water several more times to get back to trail, so I'll wait till I get back there. Doing push-ups. All right, so there were 2 ways in or out of that waterfall. One was via the crossing the creek, and one was a bridge, but the bridge is out, so you have to cross there. I think that way is quicker, and there was a comment that it's safe to cross there. So I came in via the creek. I'm gonna attempt to go out via the bridge, or what used to be a bridge. I followed the trail up there, and then all of a sudden it's just like a 12-foot drop. That's where the bridge was anchored. So I need to go around this thing and find a place to ford the river. Okay, that's where the bridge was, where I walked at. And then it would span to there. The water crossing was a non-event, but then I had to come up this rock wall. It really wasn't a big deal, but it was definitely a bigger deal than the water crossing. Okay, I'm gonna sit up here somewhere and dry my feet and get my socks back on. Okay, looks like we are at Cottonwood Camp. Now I gotta find the camp spots. Okay, several of the camp spots already have people in them, but it's like people that have them reserved. The AZT spots are the furthest ones up here on the right. So we're getting close. These spots are horrible. So they're all rock. They're not all that flat. They're tiny. This is spot 1. I'm gonna go back and look at 2 and see if it's any better. But it looks like 2 tents per would be pretty dang full. It's definitely not a perfect pitch, but I've got it up in this little spot here. That way I saved this bigger spot. And there's the other spot over there. Nobody else has shown up yet, but I think it's only, I don't even know, 4:30 maybe. So I'm gonna go down and get some water. All right, so it's 5 o'clock now. I got my water. I got 4 liters. I sat down there by the water and drank some. 2 other hikers that I met, I don't know, last week just showed up. Hadn't seen them since. So we've been chatting. They're getting set up now. I know there's at least 3 others coming and 2 more tents. So I got this little spot. The tent's kind of up janky like I showed you. So I saved this spot, the bigger spot here for some others. But we're going to be in here tight. But oh well, the view from my tent door is amazing. Look at that, right out of my tent. It's crazy. All in all, the beauty of this is like online with the High Sierra, but it's not nearly as awesome as the High Sierra. And I was thinking about this today. Partly, in the High Sierra, you're so far out there and you're in the backcountry. And if you need something, you may take a few days to get out. There's just so many people here, and it's so like infrastructure. You know, there's like this campsite, there's like bathrooms right down there, and there's like a ranger station, an emergency phone, and it's just different. But it is incredible. The Grand Canyon is amazing. I had a really great day. I'm gonna sit here and just relax and piddle around a little bit. Eventually I'll eat some dinner, and yeah, that's about all I got right now. I'm sitting here working on the numbers, and I am 83.8 from the terminus. So we're gonna get there in about 4 days, I think. All right, I've been sitting here for like 45 minutes just looking at this view outside of my tent, and it's amazing. But I have a feeling, because it's getting close to 6 o'clock, and I've been telling myself I can't cook dinner until 6. I'm just not good at this camping and sitting usually. But at least I've got a great view, and I'm just kind of relaxing. But I think pretty quick I'm gonna have some people camped right next to me, so I don't want to be talking on my camera when other people are right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, today was an amazing day. Thanks for coming with me, and we got to get up early in the morning because we got to climb, what is it, 5,000 feet or 4,000 something feet out of here. Anyway, I'm gonna eat dinner and go to bed. So have a good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.